friend, as is Bubbleosevan. Let's jump in right now. This is the final match, guys. Best of 5 between Bubbleosevan and EmInEm.
Give me strength.
The two biggest fighters in this month's tourney. Already messed it up. EmInEm, looking like it's going to be an aggro shaman. What's that 5-mana card? Oh, Doppelgangster, an evolved shaman. That's entertaining. Meanwhile, Bubbleosevan has Dragon Priest. He's got Dragonoid Operative and Netherspite Historian in his hand. Gets in the dragon right off the bat. Gonna go with probably, yeah, the Fairy Dragon. He wants to keep that aggro strong. Can't be hexed, can't be lightning bolted. EmInEm building up that board. Trades away and gets himself another Murloc. Meanwhile, Bubble gets himself Fairy Dragon. He might also use Potion of Madness. No, decides to... He can't use Power Word Shield on that minion. It's immune to his own spells as well. EmInEm keeps building up that board. He's got good control mechanics too with the Maelstrom portals. He's hoping to get an evolve soon. He can then use in combination with his Doppelgangster. Hasn't gotten it yet. He'll probably use Stonehill Defender. The taunt he's going to get this time, he's got Earth Elemental. He could use that on turn 5. Might also go for the Tar Creeper. Both are very susceptible to Shadow Word Pain, though. So Earth Elemental might be the better choice. EmInEm has a massive lead already in terms of board control. Bubbleosevan going to play the Dragonoid Operative. It's going to probably take Evolve or Jade Claws. Goes for Jade Claws. Turn 5 going for the Earth Elemental instead of the Stonehill Defender. No Shadow Word Death in his hand. Bubbleosevan probably going to use that Dragonfire Potion in the center. And then attack the Earth Elemental with his Dragonoid Operative. Clearing the board. EmInEm Stonehills his way into a Sunwalker. Has no other mana to play with because he used so much overload from the Earth Elemental, then loses it to the Bookworm, then gets Power Word Shielded. Give me an additional card. Bubbleosevan gets Shadow Visions. He's going to want to build up a massive minion pretty soon. He already has one Divine Spirit. He'll need at least one Inner Fire to combine with it. Uses Shadow Visions. Gets himself a Silence. Will he use it on the Sunwalker? Uses it on the Sunwalker. He could then use... No, he does not use Dragonfire Potion. Wants to wait for a bigger board to play that with. He heals the Bookworm back up and draws another Northshire Cleric. Over the top, EmInEmOneLoV calls out another Totem. Does not get spell damage. Cannot use the Jade Lightning to kill the Bookworm by also trading with the Bloodsail Corsair. Instead uses one of his Maelstrom portals too. Plays the Twilight Drake first? Nope. He wants to get 2 cards drawn before he does that. Buffing up the health of that Twilight Drake. Then Power Word shields it. Still no Inner Fire. He's going to use Divine Spirit and the Inner Fire, making it into an 18-18. Assuming it stays at full health. He does not get the spell damage once again. Calls for another Maelstrom portal, then gets Patches the Pirate out there. Moves one of the Northshire Clerics. He still has a Dragonoid Operative in hand. He can use it with the Netherspite Historian, which he will probably play after he's cleared out the board. Doesn't want it to die immediately. No, instead uses the Talon Priest to buff up the Twilight Drake even further. So looking for that Inner Fire to show up soon. Does he play Doppelgangster now? He does. No, he doesn't. He waits. He might want to wait until turn 10. Well, the next turn he'll have then. Yeah, he's got a nice hand now. He'll double Doppelgangster on the next turn. And then he'll use Bloodlust, which will be a total of, let's see, 6 plus 18, 24 damage. Which will be lethal. Assuming he survives. And there's a Primordial Drake. Oh, no. Not so good for him. I wasn't keeping count on the lethal there. First game goes to Bubbleosevan. Bubbleosevan going to Jade Druid territory. Meanwhile, EmInEmOneLoV sticking to his mid-range, somewhat aggro Jade Shaman / Evolve. It's hard to pin this one down. That's why I just keep calling it mid-range and saying, yeah, that covers it. Someone's out Firefly to open with. Not bad. He wants those minions out there to evolve or add Bloodlust to. Meanwhile, Bubbleosevan coining into Wild Growth. He'll have 3 mana next turn to be used with Feral Rage if a larger minion pops up with Overload. Not this time. Gets the Taunt Totem. Gonna play Tar Creeper instead. Then Jade Spirit on turn 4. Primal Fin Totem. Then again, Bubbleosevan might want to use Swipe to remove that totem. Nope, he decides to wait. He wants to let the board build up a little bit more. Then take out more minions. Gets a Searing Totem. Then calls forth Maelstrom Portal. Cannot seem to get a spell damage totem to save his life. Bubbleosevan, he could use Nourish. He wants to get the full value of his mana. Decides to instead use Swipe. Excellent choice. EmInEm is falling behind. Bubbleosevan's going to trade with one of the Doppelgangsters. He knows this combo. It's going to be Evolve on the next turn. Gets the second one, and here comes the Evolve. Gotta love Evolve Shaman. Get some strange choices for RNG. RNG isn't a choice. The cards are born that way. Bubbleosevan, weighing his options, could use Feral Rage to partner up with his minions and take out this board. Does just that, calls forth Wild Growth as well. Then uses Earthen Scales to take out the beast. Trades the remaining minions away against the Auctioneer. Doesn't want more spells, making more cards for EmInEm. Bit of an inconvenience for Bubbleosevan, but nothing debilitating. Yeah, the Tar Lurker or Moat Lurker didn't eat anything on its way in, so it doesn't produce any enemies on the way out. Bubbleosevan in big trouble. He'll probably use the Wrath to remove the Sabertooth. Sabertooth Stalker. Next turn, we'll probably have the Primordial Drake take out the majority of EmInEmOneLoV's board. Finally gets that spell damage totem. Too late to help, really. Tragedy. Tragedy for EmInEmOneLoV. Here comes the Drake. About to stomp you. Despite Bubbleosevan's massive lag in life lead, he's in control of the board. Gets evolved into a 7-mana minion. Not bad at all. But still, he's lost his taunt. Really needed that. Bubbleosevan gets nourished. He's going to play Blackpaw instead. Gets himself his 3rd Jade Golem. Then trades instead of leaving it there to be buffed or bloodlusted. EmInEmOneLoV plays both Bloodlusts, knowing that it's over, and then concedes. He cannot hold onto the board for long enough. That Primordial Drake keeps killing his setup. Bubbleosevan takes the 2nd round. This is match point, tournament finals for Bubbleosevan. Rogue. Have not seen a single rogue in this tournament, or the previous one. Ever since Ungora was released, I have not seen a single rogue in Arcana Gaming's tournaments. Gets himself the Auctioneer, not really what he wanted. EmInEmOneLoV sticking to that Shaman. Gets the Undercity Huckster. There's a turn 2. Plays Undercity Huckster turn 2. EmInEmOneLoV on turn 3 will probably use his Stonehill Defender after coining. No, he's going to use Jade Claws instead. Taking care of the Huckster, which will prevent Bubbleosevan from... Never mind, it gets Master of Evolution. Immediately uses Fan of Knives, removing it. EmInEmOneLoV coins out Jade Lightning. Nope, coins out Manatide Totem. I miscounted because of the overload on the previous turn. Ooh, Bubbleosevan gets himself Patches the Pirate. Not what he wanted. Not what anyone ever wants to really draw into. Backstabs and hero powers away the Manatide Totem. Doesn't want to give his opponent any more cards to play with. EmInEm plays Stonehill Defender, gets himself Alakir the Windlord. Very helpful with a Bloodlust game. And there's Patches for EmInEm's side of the board.
Need something unusual.
Kind of surprised he didn't play Swashbuckler and then that on the next turn. He has a Master of Evolution now. EmInEm decides to deal with it, and he will. It will not be evolved by the Master of Evolution. It's more of a Thievery Rogue. Bubbleosevan gets the counterfeit coin. He could Auctioneer into coin into I'm not sure what else. Decides to instead Jade Spirit his way through this, then coin, then use Master Evolution on the Jade Spirit since it's still a 4-mana minion with really, really poor stats. Whoa! Becomes the Venture Co. Mercenary, which then gets devolved into the Grimy Gadgeteer. A lot of back and forth in the evolution front. However, he also got a Morose, which then gets killed by Maelstrom Portal. EmInEmOneLoV has the advantage. He could Gadgetzan into Hallucination, decides to instead play Hallucination first, gets Forked Lightning. That could help control the board a bit, decides to use Farsight instead. Going for anything but backstab, gets himself, ooh, Vile Spine Slayer to kill the Stonehill Defender. Calls forth a Flame Tongue Totem. Gonna trade away that first golem for the Vile Spine.
Out of my jungle.
Is that White Eyes? That's White Eyes. Bubbleosevan still playing the Lotus Jade game here. Gets himself another Slayer. Can use it on the Flame Tongue Totem. Might have wanted to save that for White Eyes. EmInEmOneLoV gets Alakir. And that's going to be it. Bubbleosevan can't bounce back from this. However, he could play Auctioneer into preparation. See what he might turn up. Gets a Questing Adventurer, something he wanted much earlier than this. Calls forth an Eviscerate, gets an SI-7 agent. It's not going to be able to save him. On the other hand, it's only 3 damage that EmInEmOneLoV has. There's White Eyes. Without a sap, it really is over. Plays Lotus Agents. Gets himself nothing really that helpful here. Plays the SI-7 agent into Mark of the Wild, creating a 7/5 taunt.
Smart move. I concede.
Still won't defend him though. It's now 2-1 in Bubbleosevan's favor. He has to win with that rogue deck though. That's how the conquest works. You have to keep playing with your same decks until you win with all 3. This is again match point for Bubbleosevan.
I am versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
Another Jade Druid. Surprise, surprise. He's going to play Jade Idol on turn 1, Wild Growth on turn 2. Then with 4 mana, swipe against whatever his board has. Turn 1, Bubbleosevan going to use Swashbuckler, bringing out his patches.
My greetings.
I play a lot of Rogue. That's why I can predict the future of any Rogue player. He'll then use Undercity Huckster next turn, and then Questing Adventurer turn 3.
You want to buy a funnel cake?
He'll throw patches out there. He might have a Shadow Step somewhere in his deck. He might want to keep the Swashbuckler on hand for that. Meanwhile, at the top, EmInEmOneLoV going to have 4 mana next turn. He's going to use the Swipe against the Questing Adventure, assuming Bubbleosevan plays it this turn.
Give me a quest.
And from there, things are going to go downhill very quickly for Bubbleosevan. Turn 4, Bubbleosevan is going to use his Fondral. There are no Choose One cards in his deck. The only ones he could get are ones he steals from EmInEm. EmInEm responds in kind with his own, and then plays Jade Idol, giving himself his second Jade Golem, followed by 3 more idols in his deck. Kobold Geomancer, not that helpful. He's going to throw his Fondral against the Fondral. He can't use that Dark Arakoa yet, unless he coins it. Is he going to coin it now? Decides to coin it now. And removes the Fondral. Turn 6, likely to be Aya Blackpaw.
Golems are a girl's best.
There she is. She can then trade the Jade Golem. Nope, decides to end the turn there. Kobold Geomancer, he can then combo with the Eviscerate to take out Aya. Decides not to, wants to take out one of these smaller Jade Golems. Then attack face. Wants to win this game with speed. Not a bad idea. EmInEmOneLoV uses his Wrath. Removes the Dark Arakoa, leaving himself with a 4/4 Jade Golem, followed by another one he summons with the Jade Idol. Bubbleosevan's still in big trouble. He could auctioneer into the coin. Won't be enough to combo with Edwin to make him into at least a 6/6. Ooh, preparation. He just wants the card draw. Bubbleosevan has a massive life lead, but it's not enough. His board is easy to clear. His face is wide open. Here comes EmInEm with a lot more spells. Decides to play that instead of the remaining Earthen Scales. Bubbleosevan, will he play Edwin now? So he can combo with the Vile Spine Slayer. He'll use it to kill the Auctioneer. He doesn't want any more card draw for EmInEm. EmInEm's still in the lead, though. Trades away his 4-attack Golem after playing Nourish. 3 more cards. Gets Innervate. Gonna play the Jade Behemoth, giving himself a 6/6 Golem, too. Bubbleosevan would need Vanish. And he's not gonna get it yet. Plays Lotus Agents. Gets Moonglade Portal. He's gonna play Master Evolution instead. Evolves the Lotus Agents into... Can't even tell what that is. Lucky Dew Buccaneer. Wouldn't have been any help in his deck anyway.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Auctioneers into Earthen Scales to remove the Lucky Dew. And I'm keeping that board control alive and well. Things are looking grim for Bubbleosevan. He's going to play Swashbuckler first, then probably the Peddler to reduce the cost of whatever card it is by 1. It's an Enchanted Raven, so not so helpful. I'm going to replace his current weapon with the same weapon. He will swipe. Summon a 7/7 Golem. And that's it. Bubbleosevan simply can't get with the J Golems. It's now 2-2, all tied up. Match point for both opponents. Bubbleosevan, he can't switch decks. He has to play with the same deck. Meanwhile, there's no telling what EmInEm might be playing next. Although we have seen him play the game before, so there's only those 3 decks he's played with so far. Shaman, Druid, possibly Mage. Mage it is.
Versus Jaina.
It's Mage versus Rogue.
None can escape my fury.
Ooh, EmInEm gets a great opener. Gonna throw back that Flame Strike, but he's gonna play turn 1 Mono Worm into turn 2 Primordial into turn 3 Arcane Intellect. It is a very kind opening for EmInEm. Bubbleosevan, meanwhile, not a whole lot he can do. He could use Backstab, Coin, Hero Power, and then remove the Mana Worm. That's a lot to spend on your opening turn, though. I mean, yes, it slows down EmInEm significantly, given the number of small-cost spells he had, but still. Plays Arcanologist, gets himself his first secret, an Ice Block, guaranteeing him that he's going to have a lot of longevity later on. Obsidian Shard, I forget. It'll cost 1 less for each card you've played from another class. Haven't seen that one put to good use yet. Cabal Courier gives himself a Ethereal Arcanist. Ethereal Arcanist, which will allow him to get +2/+2 each turn. He has a secret, which is going to be pretty often, given that Ice Block can't be procced until EmInEmOneLoV runs out of life.
Okay.
He plays a secret now, so he can play the Arcanist on turn 5. And then the Babbling Book as well. Draws himself a, what was that, a Potion of Polymorph? Gonna be really helpful against big-time minions such as Edwin Van Cleef. Removes the Babbling Book. Turn 5. Is now the time to use the Arcanist? It'll die against the Lotus Agents if he does. Frostbolt into the Lotus Agents. Really good top deck there for EmInEm. Now the bomb, Journey Below, gets him a... Ooh. Zaril, Poison Mind. Excellent card to get off of Journey Below. There's the Arcanist. Gets himself a Flame Strike. For only 5 mana, he has 2 Flame Strikes in hand. Swashbuckler gives him a Arcane Explosion along with Patches, then removes the Vile Spine. Sorry, uses the Vile Spine to remove the Arcanist. And then the board gets Flame Struck. Uses the Kingsblood Toxin. He can call forth the Edwin, which will probably get Potion of Polymorph. No, he hadn't played the secret yet.
An incredible discovery.
Then prep away with Eviscerate, then play Edwin.
Job's done.
Turning into, I believe it's a 10-10 at this point, unless I miscounted the number of cards played. 12-12, I did miscount. Gets Firelands portaled.
You got a
Amazing.
Only gets used on the Eater of Secrets. Clearly this is an anti-mage mage deck. He's got to be careful here. He's not going to get a counterspell. He couldn't. He played a bunch of spells on the previous turn. Does he use it now? Only 1 minion got buffed. Is it really that big of a danger? He uses it now, on the face. He's gonna make sure he attacks with the weapon first. He wants to bring him down to as little health as possible. Is this it? Has Bubbleosevan won? If you look at the top of the board, he's still 1 mana off from using Pyroblast. He also has Flame Strikes available. Can take out the majority of the board. He's got Babbling Book if he wants to draw into something new. He's got Fireball. Uses Arcane Intellect. Draws himself a Frostbolt that'll freeze Edwin in place. What will he do? He can clear the majority of the board except for Edwin. He can't use a Flame Strike and his Frostbolt in the same turn, though.
I wonder.
He has no more secrets that can save him. Is this it for EmInEm? He's going to use Babbling Book. He's got all his fingers crossed. What does he get? Gets an Ice Block! The 1 card he needed! Unbelievable. However, he's just going to proc the Ice Block first. Use Arcane Explosion to remove the Babbling Book. He still has plenty of weapon charge to save his ass. Cabal Courier, he's hoping for, he does not get another one.
Drink the power.
Add a random potion to your hand. It's not going to save him, and that's it. Bubbleosevan has won, despite EmInEm getting himself another Ice Block off the Babbling Book. It still wasn't enough to save him. And that would be it. Just waiting for the bracket to fully update.